What's up, guys? Your boy, 20K13. Gonna talk about 8 WWE stars who should join Stardust Cosmic Wasteland stable. And this comes from WhatCulture.com. Last Thursday edition of SmackDown saw the formation of the WWE newest stable as Stardust and the Ascension joined forces to become the Cosmic Wasteland. It seemed to be a fairly wise move on the part of the booking team, pairing a performer as experienced and capable as Cody Rhodes with a slightly raw tag team straight out of NXT can only help improve Connor and Vista. The downside is that the newbie could continue to hold Cody back, although fans will long be used to seeing him prevented from fulfilling his potential further up the card. All in all, it looked to be a smart decision, refreshing the rapidly aging Stardust character and giving the Ascension a solid purpose on the main roster. However, the stable shouldn't stay a trio for long. The Cosmic Wasteland could represent a fantastic collection of talent, a place for stagnant superstars to reinvent themselves under a more outlandish, immediately striking gimmick. There are already a host of misused workers or upcoming new talent on the WWE roster that could receive an instant boost by joining Stardust, Connor, and Vista in the near future. Here are the 8 most likely candidates, including 1 or 2 standouts from NXT. Number 8, R-Truth. R-Truth lost to Bo Dallas last week on SmackDown. That's how much of a dead end his career is currently at. Yes, the Cosmic Wasteland could provide the perfect rejuvenation point. Despite his relatively youthful appearance, Truth is 43 years old. He therefore couldn't be welcomed into the stable as a hungry, young upstart. A role many names on this list would naturally assume. Truth is almost a decade older than the group's oldest member, Connor, and would instead be best positioned as a crazy mentor figure. Brought in by Stardust to add some experienced cunning, Truth had already proven his credentials as a deranged heel, embarking on a short-lived tear through the main event scene in the early 2010s alongside Miz. His imaginary little Jimmy sidekick could make a return, and it would take little effort to slap some makeup on Truth and make his exaggerated facial expression seem legitimately frightening. Truth as the manager of such a medical carnival would certainly be fun, and he's still more than capable of throwing himself about in the ring too, if needed. Number 7, Becky Lynch. The Diva Revolution continued to rapidly lose steam with every passing week, and its biggest letdown has probably been the failure to grant the newcomer anything other than a very basic set of one-dimensional personalities. Charlotte is the daughter of Ric Flair. Sasha Banks is arrogant and believes herself to be the boss, and Becky Lynch is the crazy one. She wears goggles to the ring and flips her hair around a lot, which seems to be more than enough for the WWE creative team. Once the revolution finally died down, Lynch would do far better as a member of the Cosmic Wasteland. If her only character trait so far is her apparent wackiness, why not turn her heel and push her truly off the deep end? She would be a fantastic partner for Stardust, blessed with a loud voice and a believably aggressive in-ring style. She wouldn't even need to lose her relentless optimism. After all, part of Stardust's creepy charm is the fact that for all his heelishness action, he cut promo with a thick smile and a tendency to giggle. Number 6, Bo Dallas. As previously mentioned, Bo Dallas picked up a surprising victory over R-Truth on last week's episode of SmackDown. The seed had been sown for a Dallas push, or at least a fresh storyline. The idea being that his beatdown at the hand of Brock Lesnar and Truth's subsequent mocking of the incident have awakened a new intensity within the former NXT champion. He didn't just beat Truth, he almost squashed him. The match was short and surprisingly one-sided. Stardust could feasibly welcome Dallas into his stable as an outsider, someone who hasn't been accepted by the fans or fellow superstars, yet someone with the perfect warp mindset for the Cosmic Wasteland. Bo certainly looked creepy enough to fit in. With his straggly long hair and broad grin, and could even kickstart a later feud with the Wyatt somewhere down the line should the WWE show to reveal the fact that Dallas and Bray Wyatt are real-life brothers. Number 5, Zack Ryder. It's been a very, very long time since Zack Ryder was in the spotlight, but not long enough for fans to have forgotten his goofy persona. He remained a familiar face on the lower card, one who certainly deserved a lot better given his uniqueness and enthusiasm. Perhaps it's time to turn the Roshi heel. Unlike the previous member of this list, Ryder wouldn't really turn to Stardust and Co. for salvation. Instead, he could fall foul of one of the Wasteland members during a match and find himself abducted by the stable mystery style. Although a slightly risky angle to run in the PCL, if done right, Ryder's fortune could be completely transformed as the brainwashed, obedient lapdog of the game. Heck, even John Cena could get involved, attempting to save his old friend from a life of days servitude. Fans would be clamoring for poor Jack to snap out of it, and the ineatable face turn would generate a huge reaction if pulled off at a big moment. Number 4, Alexa Bliss. The women's division of NXT has looked stronger than ever in recent months, and while the headline have largely been stolen by the four horsewomen of Charlotte, Sasha, Bayley, and Becky, a number of supporting figures have continued to impress too. One of these is the diminutive Alexa Bliss, a 5'1" bombshell currently managing the heel tag team of Blake and Murphy. Backstage rumors seem to indicate that she is a favorite of Triple H and was one of the valets accompanying him to the ring at WrestleMania 30, a sure sign of a promising main roster career. The Cosmic Wasteland would be the perfect entry point for Alexa. She already incorporates bright, sparkly ring attire into her look and would only have to ramp up her naturally exuberant personality slightly to fit in with the crazy member of the stable. So unique is Bliss' appeal. She could even find herself as the recipient of a Lana exit push, garnering support from the fans despite her heelish alignment. Number 3, Finn Balor. Of all the WWE and NXT superstars on the roster, nobody is more visually suited to a spot in the Cosmic Wasteland than Finn Balor. The former New Japan Pro Wrestler star will have one of the most striking looks in the entire company, taken to the ring in elaborate body paint and an outlandish trial headdress for big matches. It wouldn't take much to establish him as Stardust's secret weapon, a terrifying, rapid force capable of wreaking havoc on the WWE. There is a key drawback here, one I'm sure many of you will already be thinking. Isn't Balor said to be far bigger than a mid-card stable such as the Cosmic Wasteland? He certainly seems to be earmarked for success, in a similar vein to Kevin Owens, but the latter has suffered since losing his explosive series of matches to John Cena. To avoid a similar burnout, it might be wise to introduce Balor slightly lower down the card, and the Wasteland would be the perfect place. He wouldn't need to stay in the group for long, eventually decimmating the rest of the group and striking out on his own as an unstoppable demon heel. This will also provide an excuse to bring back Cody Rhodes' traditional persona and give him that long-anticipated babyface turn. Number 2, Neville. Neville hasn't been a member of the main roster for too long and continues to earn favorable crowd reaction for his flashy offense and unbelievable high-flying ability. But it won't be long before his babyface act starts to wear thin, especially due to his weakness on the microphone. Although a natural good guy due to his small size and exciting moveset, it may be soon time to turn the former NXT champion heel. Who better to bring out the darkness in Neville than his current rival, Stardust? Pursuit of Neville hasn't fit the standard feud model. He doesn't merely hate the babyface. He wants to prove that he isn't a hero and could effectively do so by convincing his foes to join the dark side. Shamelessly turning his back on the fans and joining the Cosmic Wasteland would make Neville a very detestable heel and could be an angle the WWE actually do carry out in the near future. The Wasteland beatdown of Never last week on SmackDown saw Cody crowd the throne hero head in an almost affectionate manner, a move that could be chalked off as typical Stardust weirdness, but could also lead to bigger things. And number 1, Apollo Crews. Formerly known as Uhaa Nation, a far cooler name than his unimaginative, clumsy WWE title. Apollo Crews is currently picking up momentum in NXT. He recently beat Ty Dillinger in his official debut at Brooklyn TakeOver and has excited many with his power and athleticism. He also has considerable indie experience, having competed in Dragon Gate for 4 years. All Crews need is a break on the main roster, and his career should take off from there. The Cosmic Wasteland could provide such a break, despite finding strength in numbers. It's fair to say that Stardust and the Ascension don't make for the most formidable of trios. They're hardly going to be tearing up the roster, Shield style, but that will all change with the introduction of Crews. Physically intimidated, the newcomer could easily fulfill the role of the stable, silent muscle. It's a tried and tested formula, one which has worked for eventual main event stars such as Batista and Roman Reigns in the past. Well, that is, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace.